All right, my tea sippers, how you doing out there? This is Big Meach coming at you. I gave you the extended version today. Usually I cut the song off early, but I wanted to just give the song life today. I'm kind of feeling it. It's kind of gloomy here in Atlanta right about now. We're changing over in our seasons, and though it's going to be nice for the earlier part of the day, we're going to be dropping down to the low 50s and 40s and stuff. So we're changing over seasons, and I hope that wherever you are, that you're understanding, honey, everything changes and this, that, and the other. And as we go into fall and all of the holiday seasons, I hope everything is well with you and yours. Once again, thank you all for tuning in. This is Big Meach, and you're dishing tea with Big Meach today. I want to thank you all for your love and support out there. Today's show, I'm going to sit back and I'm going to relax a little bit today. I'm going to let this be about you. Today's show is going to be your thoughts, your collaborations over the entire month of September. We've gone through and we've had a lot, and I'm telling you, last week's show, I'm still bubbling over and really still trying to put that show together in my head because last week's show was a doozy. And this is no disrespect to my guest that was on the show. However, our differences of opinion, honey, was well known. And though I only had a 2-hour block, there's still some questions that I have in my head that I wasn't able to get to then. And I've been debating on whether or not I want to invite him back to the show to either get those questions out or should I just leave them burning in my head. I'll leave that up to you. If you guys want to have him back, then just let me know. So today, honey, I call this Wacky, Wild, and Wonderful Wednesday. This here is going to give you the opportunity to let me know how I'm doing and then to voice your opinion. For those of you who haven't been able to get through before, to speak to the guest or who have not been in the tea room over there to express your opinions in the chat room and et cetera, this is your opportunity to shine and to come through and to let your voices be heard. I'm also oh, she's here. Okay, cute. We also have an artist showcase. I have someone whom I had the pleasure of meeting on a movie set just last week. And this girl got a couple of chops, child. And she was singing on the set live. And she was sounding better than the recording to me. And, you know, that's always the sign of a true artist for me. If you can sound either just like or better than your recording, honey, you got chops. And I'm going to bring her in just a moment. Her name is Miss Trinetta Love, and I told her that I was going to bring her in on the show because I like what she's about. She was a sophisticated sister. She's very beautiful, too. Very pretty. And her talent is remarkable. I loved what I heard, and I want to introduce her to the Dishing Tea audience. So I'm going to pull her in just a minute because I know she has a full day, and she was able to take time out of her schedule to come on in. So let me say my hellos and my adieus to everyone. I want to say a disclaimer. I always have to say the disclaimer because I don't want folks to come in and be blindsided. But this show is a mature, adult, grown folks talking kind of show. Okay, this is not intended for children or anyone who is not mature enough to handle the situations that we talk about or to listen rationally. So your listening is your listenership is completely advised, or your listening discretion. Yes, I'm tongue-tied. I told you I'm kind of relaxed right now, and yeah, I'm feeling the vibe. I'm really feeling the vibe. If I had some candles lit right about now, baby, I'd be having a cocktail. But it's a little bit early for that. But that's the kind of vibe that I'm in. So I need you to fortify that for me, okay? Let me say hello to all of my sponsors, Trade Day Management and PR firm. Let's see, at Trade Day, enjoy a touch of Southern hospitality with a universal appeal. You can contact Travion Davenport at 678-523-3088 or email her at TradeDayPR@gmail.com. That's TradeDayPR@gmail.com. TreaDayPR@gmail.com. Also, one of my sponsors is Pharaoh's Treasure Box, fine art, unique jewelry, and 3D floral arrangements, creations by Tabs. You can contact Pharaoh's Treasure Box at 248-688-5179. Once again, 248-688-5179. Also, my sponsors, I have Parisian Wind Products and Productions. They are music producers specializing in gospel house music, baby. Okay. What you heard now as my opening theme song is Born This Way by Carl Bean. However, I got a little contest going on out here for some producer friends of mine to get back with me because I'm going to have my own little theme song coming up soon. Okay? He says his motto is, are you ready to walk? Walk the runway? Be ready. That there is Parisian Wind Productions. And that's Paris Hairston, who is the CEO and creator of gospel house music extraordinaire. I love him. This child is fabulous. Also, C-Train Productions, one of my other sponsors. This is Omar Cashley's baby. He's an actor, director, producer here in the Atlanta area. He's doing his thing and have all kinds of different projects that he's putting his hands in and that I will be a part of in the near future. Once again, C-Train Productions, thank you for your love and support with Dishing Tea. Okay? Now, as I said, today's show is going to be about you. So I want you to sit back and to think about those things that we've covered already over the month of September. You know, last week we had the minister, Cornelius Williams on, saying that he's been delivered from homosexuality. And, you know, he gave us his spiel and his particular take on it. And, yes, God bless and keep him, honey. Prior to him, we had Trinice, a dream girl misbehaving. We had American Idol Trinice on, and she was giving us her take on what it is to be in the business. We also had, prior to her, we had Drag King, Dread, who was on the show, giving us the spiritual side of what his illusion is all about. And then prior to that, for the month of September, we had the invasion of the big dogs. We had CJ and his organization on telling us what was going on here in Atlanta for Pride. Now, that's what we did for September. Now, if you have any other things that you wanted to talk about and wanted to discuss, or if you want to just talk about current events, I encourage you to give us a call. Call me at 347-205-9183. Once again, 347-205-9183. The phone lines are open, so I want you to come on in. And don't be afraid, honey. We're going to talk it and keep it real just like we're doing it now. I'm going to give it to you the way you're giving it to me, all right? We're going to be fabulous and fierce, not shady and cynical. Ha, ha, ha. So we're going to keep things moving right along. Keep it moving, baby. Keep it moving, okay? Over there in the chat room, hello to all my tea sippers in the chat room, or better yet, I should say the tea room. Hello to you. I'll be over there with you in a moment. Now, before we let you come on in with your thoughts, I want to bring in this wonderful, wonderful gifted person. As I said, honey, she has a beautiful singing voice. She's a very beautiful lady, and we had a little fun there on the set, honey. We got the dishing like we just were knowing each other since we were in grade school. Her name is Miss Trinetta Love, and she started out singing in school choirs, beauty pageants, and then at college football games. She has performed in and around New York tri-state area, including the world-famous Apollo Theater, often performing her own material. All right, girl, you get points for that. She's co-hosted video shows and has interviewed some of today's top stars, including one of the most famous rappers in the world today, Mr. 50 Cent. She has appeared in stage plays, films, and in videos. Her bubbly and outgoing personality served her well when she co-hosted a local radio show here in Atlanta. This all-around entertainer enjoys the mic, the stage, and especially music. She's originally from New York, but as we said, she currently resides here in Atlanta. She has since moved to Atlanta and since she's moved here, she's been performing. Uh, she's performed at the 2008 Atlanta's Music Festival, a conference, and some of the area's hottest spots, such as the Apache Cafe, Cafe 290, Cat's Cafe, and the Warren City Club, just to name a few. In 2007, she released her first independent album entitled Free Agent, which was nominated in 2008 for an Indie R&B Album of the Year by the Southern Entertainment Awards. Trinetta wrote and arranged all the songs of Free Agent and has also served as executive producer of the entire project. She currently has her new project called Infamous, which was released this year in July of 2009. And Infamous is a CD packed with catchy hooks, hot beats, and strong vocals. Trinetta loves, I told you, she delivers, honey. She has diva power on Infamous as her strong, soulful voice and playful, sexy voice pours over each rhythmic beat, creating an urban R&B explosion. Without any further ado, I want you to welcome to Dishing Tea. This is Miss Trinetta Love. Hello there, my darling. How are you?
I am wonderful. I'm wonderful. You read that so wonderfully. Thank you. Thank you for having me on your, was it Wacky and Wild Wednesday? That's
okay.
Awesome. Thank you so much.
Oh, my darling, honey, thank you for wanting to come and do it. As I said, when I heard you, they're on the set for Ebony Night, which is a Mirage, Midnight Mirage production. Darnell Steele is the writer and director of that particular piece. Hearing you on the set, honey, was just absolutely magnanimous for me because of your vocal prowess, honey. I mean, you know, I did not. Once they told me that was you on the track, I was like, oh, okay, well that's cute because you were setting up and this, that, and the other. But girl, when I heard you open your mouth and you got to singing, and I said, oh no, honey, this girl got chops for real. This is not a studio. Produced quality. I was floored, and as you know, I came over to you. I was like, okay, no, girlfriend, we need to talk because I love real artists. I love real artists. So, let's talk about your beginnings, honey. Tell us about your earlier days and your love for music. What got you into the business?
Oh, my love of music and, being in chorus and stuff, the teachers are so very important. I don't think they get enough credit. Teachers inspired me. One time I had to sing. I was scared to sing. My teacher said, listen, you better sing some hot water and get out there and do what you're supposed to do. And, for them pushing me, and I just love it. When I hit the stage, I just have a passion and a love for it. So I started very early in the arts, and I just thank God that he blessed me with a voice that I could, that people appreciated.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Now I have to give you points because, girl, you said you've been on the Apollo stage, honey, singing original material. Miss Ma'am.
Yes.
I have to tip my wig to you because, girl, that Apollo stage is no joke. And to be able to pull original music on Apollo and to can survive, Miss Ma'am, that there is a doozy. What is your inspiration? Honey, they throw chairs and tomatoes and things still to this day.
I did a Black History Month, and everybody had to audition. And, Big Meach, it's just a blessing. I mean, that they loved the song. At that time, I was in a group, and I created all the harmonies and everything. And, we as the people, we love harmony. So I tend to, hey, I'm an African-American, and I love the rhythmic beat and the harmonies and the different melodies that we make. So thankfully, the melodies that I make touched the judges, and I was able to be blessed enough to make it onto the stage at the Apollo Theater. I was so honored. I just couldn't believe it.
Okay, right. I know. Isn't that a wonderful, girl.
It's
to go
blessing.
up in there, it's a wonderful feeling, honey.
It really
is.
And
to play the Apollo, honey, is saying a lot. Now, what is it that you want to see your career take you? what is it that you want to do in the industry? Let me phrase that differently. What do you want to see the industry do for you?
I want to be a international artist. I want to be known worldwide. I want Trinetta Love and her music to just go around the world and then some. And also, I love doing film. I want to do more film where I'm singing and acting because I can be dramatic, So I want to exercise my drama, and I just, on stages, Broadway, off-Broadway, I just want to definitely everyone to know Trinetta Love. The other day I was speaking to this lady, and I was talking about Tina Marie, because Tina Marie is my all-time favorite. And this lady, who happened to be a Caucasian, she said, Tina Marie who? That to me is sad. Because Tina Marie should be a household name. I said, well, have you heard of Rick James? She said, yeah, I heard of Rick James, but not Tina Marie. I said, well, if you heard of Rick James, you got to know of Tina Marie. So, I want to just spread the Trinetta Love brand and the Trinetta love and the sounds and the, as much as possible, because I have a lot to say and I have a lot to offer, the universe.
Okay. Now, she said the universe, not just the world, but the universe. Get
the universe.
Oh, baby,
I'm not going to limit myself.
You just worked me for that. I love it.
Thank you.
I love it.
Absolutely.
I love it. Now, let me ask you this, because I'm going to ask you this, and once you answer, then I'm going to go in, because I want the audience to catch one of the tracks from the latest CD. This is called Infamous, and the track I'm going to play is your current single, Just For You, which is the song that you were singing at the film shoot. And darling, I just love that. I'm telling you.
Thank you.
It is really on point, and it speaks to me. It's a love story that speaks to, and I think everyone can relate to it. Now, when we were talking there on the set, we were discussing the industry as we know it today. We have a lot of folks who are cosmetic, if you will. They're studio children. As long as we got a drum track and this, that, and the other, but when we come down to live performances, they cannot deliver what they've produced.
Right.
Okay. Do you feel that your introduction to the music scene or whatever will help us to usher that back in? Or do you feel that you will be just placed in the category like all of our other greats who are just, the voices, but may not be the commercial market?
I will be ushering back the singing, the real singing, outside the studio. And being that I am packaged in a package that is commercial, the way I look, that's commercial, and I can sound either commercial or soulful, but I choose to sound soulful. I want to bring that back, because the people that I love, they're very soulful, and people that I grew up singing to their songs, like Shaka Khan and Gladys Knight, Tina Marie, all those people, I want to usher that back in, and I believe that people really want that,
Right.
And it's nothing against the performers. We have our performers who can dance, but it's hard to do break dancing and hold a note. So they can continue to break. They can continue to break that dance on stage and sing to a track, because when you go to see those performers, you know what you're going to get. You're not going to get vocals. So, now what I like, what Luther did, Luther Vandross, he had both. He had the beautiful ladies out there entertaining you while he did his thing. So he gave you a little bit of both. So I'm going to bring the entertainment, plus I'm going to bring the vocals, and I'll have the acrobats so they could do their break dancing, but I'm not going to do that and hold a note.
Okay, she said, and I got the acrobats for you too. Now, damn it, that's about the shit. Exactly. Okay.
But I choose to be a vocalist first, and I am an entertainer, but it's all about just bringing that real music. And I think people are ready for that. I think they love the older people, but I'm going to bring the modernization back to it, and the modern type of the R&B, and I love hip hop too. But I believe I'm carving out a niche, you know, and blazing the trail, and, you know, that's my mission right now. So, and I'm not going to compromise, because if I wanted to compromise and sing Three Blind Mice, then I would have done that, you know.
Did you say?
So that's what they do. Yeah, pretty much. That's Three Blind Mice. Because honestly, Big Meach, come on, it's just you and me here. I mean, like you said, I could sing Three Blind Mice, and they put it on a track. They can split it into harmonies, and they can, you know, fluff it up and put a fat beat to it. And honestly and sadly, it would outsell anything that Gladys Knight put out. You know, that's just the way that it is.
You're right. All we need is just some booty jiggling music to it, honey.
But now when they sing live, that's going to be another thing.
And Lord, don't forget the remix. Oh, Lord.
Yes.
Okay, the remix of Three Blind Mice, honey. Oh, my God, you are killing me. You are killing me.
Well, but you know, I say that when I was in high school, you know, find our notes, you know, she would say, sing Three Blind Mice, and that's 1, 2, 3. And so, you know, we say Three Blind Mice, 1, 2, 3.
Exactly.
So that's how we find our notes.
All of that. Yeah. So exactly. And then it's such a basic song because it's just that. That analogy is cute because it's so basic to where all we have now are cookie-cutter examples of one another. Everybody sounds the damn same. Yeah. You know, you won't know an artist unless they have some kind of something that separates them from somebody. And then nowadays you really can't even tell that. I love the fact that you have your own unique sound and that when I put this on, honey, I know it's you singing.
Thank you.
I can hear your influences, but I know that it's you.
Thank you.
You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
And I want my audience to get a kick of it. Here, I want to play. I want you to enjoy this track, honey. And this is called Just For You. This is from the latest release, Infamous by Trinetta Love.
Thank you.
Now here you are. They never understood what I was going through. The things he made me do was horrible. He took away my family and all my friends, but I was too scared to tell you. He used to hold me tight all through the night, but not in the way that you're thinking. And I used to cry, wishing I would die. I was at the point of breaking.
All right. All right, just for you, honey. Just for you. Now, darling, please let the audience know where they can go and bunch it, to give us all of your email addresses, your Facebooks, MySpaces.
Okay.
Give us all of your contact, honey.
Definitely, please go visit myspace.com/Trinetta Love. Twitter, I'm on Twitter under Trinetta Love. And under Facebook, it's fans4 Trinetta Love. And you could definitely pick up Infamous at cdbaby.com, iTunes, Amazon, DigStation. But definitely go to myspace.com/Trinetta. That's TRINETTALOVE. And you can definitely see that video for Just For You and just get Trinettalicious on that site. And if you want to email me, email fans4 TrinettaLove at yahoo.com. Fans4TrinettaLove at yahoo.com. And also, Big Meach, right. if they buy the Infamous CD, they can definitely get a signed poster by me. When they buy the entire CD, while supplies last, they can email the Fans4TrinettaLove at Yahoo and let me know they got the CD, and I'll send them out a signed poster. Also, I'll give them a bonus track.
All right.
Yeah.
Okay, so she said the bonus track, children.
Yeah.
The bonus
definitely.
track. Now,
Which is certain.
Okay, I was going to put up the bonus up in here, but I said no, because see, you know how our people get. See, you know, we all want the brother hookup all the time.
Right, exactly.
But I want y'all to encourage. I'm encouraging everyone, honey, to go check it out on the MySpace page. If you're on Facebook, make sure that you add her as a fan, or add yourself to her fan page on Facebook. That's Fans4TrinettaLove on Facebook. And go check out CD Baby. A lot of the children now, honey, are independent artists and things, and they're using CD Baby and a number of other little tools on the net. So she's telling you, go to CD Baby and carry it on to go bunch the album. And remember, honey, Fans4TrinettaLove at yahoo.com. Once you get the Infamous, she will give you an autographed poster and a new single that she has coming out, but you got to have proof that you did it, honey. Don't be trying to work a stunt. Don't work a stunt.
I'll know.
Okay, don't work a stunt. And note, honey, while supplies last, so you got to jump on it. While supplies last. Now, that's very important. Exactly. You know, because folks they'll wait 2 years for them. Be like, girl, I bought that CD and I didn't get no poster. Girl, what did I say? While supplies last. Okay, if they got, hey, I'm cutting it real.
It's Big Meach. You know what? It's been on my heart to say this. You know, let's just say my star does go as far as it gets big and wide. The people that support me now, they're definitely going to get the hookup in the future. You know, and that's definitely because I am so appreciative of everybody. Times are tough, and I appreciate every cent that people put towards supporting me. So I'm hoping and I'm praying that, I get to do something really special for the people, for the Trinetta Love fans, and that's definitely in my heart to do. And definitely when they come to that special event, they got to pull out the CD and let the person see it. And no knockoff, we'll know the difference. So,
okay, not the knockoff. Right.
I'm not gonna see one of these people that get so big and forget about the people who got it popping, got it started off for me. Because without them, I won't be able to go any further. So I just want to encourage them and thank them in advance.
Okay, and that's what it is. The wind beneath your wings. As it goes, and we prepare you, then yes, you have to come back. It's all in the circle of life, and everybody knows that. We all know that. Now, the songs that of course, what I said earlier, we want the hookup. We want the hookup. Nah, come on, nah, we still project thinking. Now, Now listen, the song that I just played just for you, she has a music video to it that you can catch on YouTube.
Yes.
So go to youtube.com and you can, in quotes, just for you, or type in Trinetta Love. It should come up either way. And you can see the music video to that particular song, okay?
Yes.
So wonderful. Well, Trinetta, I'm not going to keep you long because I know we talked and you said you had a number of things that you had to do. I wanted to make sure that we got you in and that you were able to have, you know, what I'm calling my artist showcase moment.
Thank you.
And you're my first one. You're the first one that I've done like this. Yes.
So, thank you so much.
Oh, my darling. So, yes, honey, have a great, blessed day. Thank you for coming on to the show. I love you. And, honey, I can't wait until we work together again because, child, I had such a ball with you on the set, honey.
Me too. I enjoyed you, too. And thank you so much for letting me be on your wacky, wonderful Wednesday. And I want to just thank everybody for listening and tuning in, and thank you.
All right, my darling. So be blessed and you have a great day here.
All right, you
Trinetta
too.
Love,
Bye-bye.
ladies and gentlemen. Thank you so much.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. All right, ladies and gentlemen, that was Miss Trinetta Love, babies. So now I'm opening up the phone lines and things to you. We're down to the last few moments of the show. Well, we got a little minute, but I want to make sure that my audience here have your thoughts and your things being said, okay? I have a caller here. We're going to the 313. Okay, 313-624. 313-624. You're dishing your tea with Big Meach. Hello, caller. You're on the air.
Oh, yes, darling. How are you today?
You always work me.
Hello. Auntie's in the kitchen.
Yes, Lord.
Auntie's in the kitchen today.
All right.
So fine, a collard green.
Okay. Ooh.
Collard
No, you're
green,
not.
baby. Yes,
Girl,
I'm collard green.
Now, see, now you know you're supposed to have. I'm supposed to be there. See, I'm down here. If you tell me you're making a pound cake, I'ma scream.
Oh, well, honey, let me tell you, I made 5 of them. I made 5 of them Sunday.
Oh!
Oh,
now,
yes, and they said they were delicious.
And, okay, they all go. You tell them a little greedy
They
little
said
Steve.
Mother Teresa. They said Mother Teresa. There's any of those golden, delicious pound cakes out there? I said, oh, I don't know how golden and how delicious they are. But they're out there and they were made with love.
Oh, my word, honey. How has everything been for you? Got me all over here flustered and things, knowing I'm in a fix for some Carita cooking.
Well, honey, when you get home, just let me know.
All right. Okay, now you know what I want. I want a corned beef, I want some greens, and I want a pound cake.
Whatever, just let me know. Let me know when you're on the cake so I can have it boiling.
Okay.
And you want some little delicious butter cornbread?
Ooh, see, stop. Okay, see, y'all playing with my affections and my emotions today.
Well,
Lord, I told y'all, I'm over here chilling. I'm over here. I'm in a mellow mood right now, and I'm just gonna ride it on out. I'm gonna just ride it because
you know what to do? Hey, just sit back and remember. Sit back and remember. Remember what you had before, and know what you're gonna get when you come home.
All right. See, that's going to keep my mouth watering and things all day. Lord have mercy. Lord have mercy. See, I told you, this is Wacky, Wild, and Wonderful Wednesday. This girl over here talking about some home cooking.
And you're having a beautiful day, and everything is wonderful. And keep on keeping on. And
yes,
keep on
ma'am. Yes, ma'am, I sure will.
Okay, love.
I sure will. Thank you, Auntie.
You're welcome, darling.
All right.
God bless.
Bless you, darling. I'll see you soon.
Okay, darling.
All right, bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Lord have mercy. This girl over here done got me all nervous and flustered, honey. We sitting up here talking about doggone collard greens and some, oh, so let me explain that for y'all. So I told y'all this is just a wacky day. See, when Auntie got into the very first thing I had from her was a pound cake. And then right after she did that, because she had made that prior, we had to go shopping. And we went down to the Eastern Market. And we went over to the meat department. This is back home in Detroit, for those of you who are unfamiliar. We went over there to the meat department, and she picked out this beautiful piece of corned beef. God, I had never seen meat so pretty. And she picked it out and had them trim off all the fat and carried on and brought that sucker home. Child, when I tell you those were some good eats that day, and she just, the standard Sunday dinner, corned beef and string beans and white potatoes and cornbread and some macaroni and cheese, and she did some greens that day. And then she had another pound cake, and then she had another kind of cake. I forgot what it was. I think it was lemon with white frosting. Baby, when I tell you I hurt myself that day, yeah, I hurt myself that day because she's the only one to call me Big Meaty or Meaty. And, yeah, she the only one to get away with that, and she knows why. Praise the Lord. But we're going to keep moving right along. I'm going to pose a question out here to you. And this stems from a discussion that I had at home, and I put this in the Facebook fan page. For those of you who are on Facebook, Dishing Tea with Big Meach has a fan page on Facebook. And the question is, can heterosexual men and homosexual men be true friends? Let me rephrase that because I want to take the word sex out of it. So we're going to hetero-attractional and homo-attractional men. Can they truly be friends? I was at work, and my coworkers and myself, we were sitting around talking, and you know how men talk. Well, we got into that locker room kind of talk, where we were talking sexual things. And I was going to join in on the conversation, but because we bat for different teams, I decided to make a disclaimer. And I said, now, if I start talking, you guys are going to then start to come up with excuses to want to leave the room, and then I'll be standing here talking to myself. And then they said, you know what, you got a good point. And then they just dropped the conversation. And as I thought about that, I was like, is this real? Can straight men and gay men actually be friends without it being some kind of pressure or without having to shield aspects of our lives? What do you think out there, my tea sippers? Let me hear from you on that particular note, because I think, for me, I think it can be as long as you're true. If you're true and genuine to yourselves, I really believe that it can happen. I'm a witness to it, but I know in my earlier stages of it, there had to be some parameters. We had to get through all of that underlaying and cut through all the chase and all of the this and all of that of what that would mean. As far as he was concerned, if I was attracted to him and all of this, that, and the other. But I think that it can be done. What do you think, callers? What do you think, my tea sippers out there? Do you think that that's something that we can engage in, or do you think that it's just pipe dreaming because the trust level would never be there? Or do you think that it's all hogwash and we need to just get over it and move on and find something else to talk about? What do you think? I'm throwing it out there to you because for the listenership, I really believe that a lot of you have some strong opinions on it, because it's interesting enough, on the fan page, nobody commented on this one. Nobody went there to to comment on this particular topic, and I thought that was rather interesting. Also, let me ask you this question too. Do you think, with the whole thing with Kanye West and all that he went through with the awards programs, do you think that Kanye is still grieving the loss of his mom, or is he just wanting to get attention? I just bit my tongue. Wow. Okay, because I know my answer on that. So do you think that he's venting and still grieving the loss of his mom, or just wanting to just be out there because he's been branded as the man with the mouth, or the quote-unquote angry black man syndrome? What do you think about that? I think that he's grieving his mom still. And I say that because though I didn't see the interview on the new Jay Leno show, I saw clips of it, on Entertainment Tonight and et cetera, et cetera. And I saw the look in his face, and he put his head down in shame. At least that's how I interpreted it. And it just seems as though, he's lost and he's in this abyss. And that was when the thought came to me that I believe he's still grieving the loss of his mom. And, he just needs a platform or some kind of area where he can do this constructively and be able to grieve in peace and to grieve in truth and be able to find his peace in that. Now, do I agree with what he did? Hell no. Because that was absolutely wrong of him to have taken that girl's moment like that. But I'm not offering necessarily an excuse. I'm just asking this because he has had just this whole meltdown, if you will, or just these numerous amounts of behavioral challenges that one questions, and for me, I'm starting to believe that there is his MO, that he's grieving the loss of his mom. What do you say out there, tea sippers? Do you think that that's at all possible? Quite frankly, we know everything is possible, but I tend to want to believe that there is one of his creeds, or not creeds, one of his crosses to bear, if you will. Let me talk a little religiously. One of his crosses to bear, and I think that it's downright sad. And then what about his team of people behind him? How come nobody is stepping up to the plate with this man? And no one is assisting him to get that kind of help. See, this is the thing, sippers. You can't have people around you that want to be your yes man all the time and then don't want to come up to the plate. You know what I mean? They cannot be in your lives if they're not going to help be an asset for you. If they're just giving you what you want to hear, then what good is that? Because somebody needs to be able to call you out on your own shit. Now, let's just call it like it is. You need to know when you done shitted and it stank and it's stinking up everything, so you know what to clean up. Am I right about it? You know I am. Come on, talk to me. Dish your tea with me. We're going right here to 248-688. 248-688. Hello, darling. You're dishing tea with Big Meach. Talk to me.
Hello. How are you today?
Hey, darling. What's going on?
Well, I honestly think that it's all a publicity stunt. That's the way the entertainment industry is. They put things out there and they allow these artists to do things, and it's simply for publicity. I'm sure that there's been more hits on my space, this space, and that space. And that's merely all it is a publicity stunt. Do I believe that there's a loss and he's grieving? I'm sure. The grieving period can go on for long periods of time, extremely long. But does that mean that we're disrespectful to others because we're grieving? No, I don't think so. So I think that it was wrong.
I think that it was done, for publicity, and that's just my views on it.
Interesting. So even though I thought about that in the beginning of this, that this was a publicity stunt, because it just so happens that look at the timing of this, because he did that on the AMAs, and then he was supposed to have been on Jay Leno. That was Jay Leno's very first show, his new show, okay? And so the controversy behind that, I'm sure, would have prompted a lot of viewers to tune in to see him on the Jay Leno show. So I thought about that at first, because I was like, okay, well, yeah, something had to be with that. But as I looked at his demeanor and things as he was answering questions, and this, again, I didn't see the entire program. I saw, just the sound bites that were given from the entertainment shows, news shows. But looking at his face and his demeanor, that's when that began to come into my consciousness that he's still grieving. Now, does that excuse the behavior? No. Of course not. It doesn't excuse it. But I'm wondering if folks are not paying attention to that he's still going through the grieving process and not getting him the help that he needs. Maybe he needs to sit his ass down, and grieve and come out of the limelight for a minute to handle what he got to handle, and then, emerge victoriously and into a better light. You know what I'm saying? Because to say that there was a publicity stunt was the easy way out, and we know how folks like to calculate their own publicity. However, I think it's a little bit deeper than that. I think it goes deeper than that.
Well, I say again, Big Meach, it's called acting. And perhaps there's a movie deal in the works. Who knows? But I do, again, I feel for him and his loss. However, I say, that doesn't give you the excuse to disrespect somebody. I just don't think that he's walking up and down the block things to people because he's, that are disrespectful because he's grieving.
Okay.
So, I'm sorry.
Okay. Well, there's nothing to be sorry about. It's just that, okay, that there's how you feel. And, okay, because, a lot of folks may feel the same way that you do as far as it being a publicity stunt and he needs his ass whooped, because I know, now, have to have the shoe been on the other foot. Had he been up there getting his awards, giving his acceptance speech, and somebody came and said, I'm going to let you finish, and said, oh, I thought that T.I. had the best video, I'm sure that would have caused a bigger controversy than what it did, and there would have been a fight of some sort, or at least something, you know what I mean? So,
well,
yeah.
The fact that has had this loss was just basically fuel to flame the statement, in order to really boost the publicity even further. I mean, if you lay out the cards, it's right there in the cards.
Okay. Well, all right. Now, did you have a comment on the first question?
As
can straight
men
gay men, straight men, do you think they can actually be friends, true friends?
Well, I think that there's a lot of extra pressure from outside sources that can cause risk a relationship like that, because you have, on each side, you have friends who are whispering and making comments, and that, is always, I think, in the back, of someone's mind. In the back, but also right there at the forefront, if you understand what I'm saying.
Mm-hmm.
So I honestly don't think that there can be a true friendship unless it's something that has started from youth, before you were actually aware of what you were feeling sexually,
Interesting.
But as far as men who have experienced life, I think it's a little bit more difficult.
Difficult, but not impossible.
Not impossible, but certainly difficult.
Wow. Now that there, interesting. Interesting. Very interesting. Yeah, that's interesting because I tend to believe that it can happen, but just like you said, I think that it's difficult, but not impossible because I've had it, and I've experienced that on some degree, and I understand it. So the pressures, though, a lot of times they succumb to the pressures of all this, that, and the other. But okay, we have another caller that just came in. Let me take you down, caller. I'm going to pick up this other caller here. We're down to the last minute of the show that's going to air on the stream. However, I want to thank all of you now. I'm going to get this caller because you can catch all of this in the archive. So I'm going to thank you now for joining us, and I'm going to go here. This is 404-824. 404-824. You're dishing tea with me, sugar. Hey.
Hey, what's up, Meach?
Hey.
How you doing?
I'm good. Yeah. What's going on with you?
Hey, just living my life.
Okay, like it's golden or because it's golden?
Oh, because it's golden every day, thanks to the Lord.
Wow,
that's a whole nother subject. Yeah.
See there, right.
Yeah.
All right, well, let me pose these questions to you.
Okay.
Well, this is your opportunity to get real with us, honey, and to let it all hang out. Let me know how you feel. I don't know how much of the show that you caught. I see that you just were able to call in. But today was reflection.
I also chatted too, though. I also chatted.
Huh?
I also hit you up in the chat room as well. So.
Oh, okay. Okay. I got you. Right. What you said, Kanye needs therapy and needs time off to grieve his mom's death. Okay, I believe that.
He does.
I believe that. I believe that.
Because he continued working. His mom died. They had the funeral and everything, and he may have grieved personally, privately maybe, but I don't think he took time off. Me, I experienced that recently, so you have to have time off to grieve, so.
Oh, interesting. Interesting. Very interesting. Now, you say here, straight men and gay men can be friends. You just have to be able to keep the friendship. Don't cross the lines. Okay, Dish, and explain.
Well, I have a couple of straight guys that are friends with me, and they are not gay, nor are they curious. But they respect my friendship because of who I am. Because in order to be friends with me, you have to accept me as Eric. I'm Eric every day, all day. And if you can accept that and know that I'm not trying to have you, I'm just trying to be your friend. And I think that's where a lot of gay people cross the line, and so are straight people, because you have the bi-curious guys who are your friends because they're curious, and then you have the gay guys who are friends with straight guys because they're curious about them. So if you don't cross the lines, then you can be friends.
Well, let's go here. What about the straight children, honey, who want to be friends with the gay children simply to get some pussy?
Well, that's what I said. I said both. I said it both ways now. I said the straight guys who are also curious, they just want to be, or because they want to get some, they just want to be friends with you. That's what I said. I mean, if you want to be true friends without crossing the line, that's what I'm saying. You have to know in your mind that in order for you to be friends with somebody, you can't cross that line. Once you cross that line, there's no turning back.
Okay, I got you, but not so much as wanting to have a boy, but in
you're
the
talking
fact
about
that they're trying to use you to get to your good girlfriends.
Oh, well, you just can't allow that to happen. Because you should be able to read right through that. I mean, being a gay man, we all know the signs of different people, and we can pretty much judge people, what their intentions are.
Right.
You don't get caught up in them. Gay people allow themselves to get caught up in the man, thinking that they might get a chance to have him as well, when his real intention is to have one of your girlfriends.
Okay, right.
So you have to know that what his intentions are from the jump.
Mhm.
Yeah. And
or
there's a way to find out.
It, honey.
Or at least be able to clock it. Exactly. there are ways. We're not stupid. You know, if you get yourself caught up in the fact that he's fine and he's this and, you know, and maybe if I let him be some of my girlfriends, maybe I can get some. See, that's where the problem lies.
Right. Okay. Okay, what you say? That's where the problem lies, right there.
Mm-hmm. Because I have a couple straight friends, and they know I'm gay because I told them from the start. And if they can handle it, that's fine. And if they said to me, well, I'm not gay and I'm not trying to do nothing with you, so don't try me. And we have that understanding.
You know what? Why isn't? Do you think that we've done that to ourselves? That straight men have to make it a point to say, "Don't try me."
Yeah, because I think because of how gay people think in general, a lot of gay people, you know, listen to the chat lines. People want somebody that's masculine, somebody who's bisexual, somebody who's married on the DL. I mean, it's how a lot of us think. So of course, when we meet people who show us a little attention, whether it be somebody, coworker or whatever, and they say, hey, you cool, you know, you gay, but you cool, then all of a sudden our mind goes to, ooh, maybe I can have them. You know, maybe I can have them on the low.
You telling the secrets.
Let's keep it real.
You telling these children secrets, honey.
But that's my thing. You have to put in your mind whether you want to be friends with them or whether you want to take it further. But if you cross that line, you got to suffer the consequences.
Now that there is real tea right there.
That
is real tea right there. See, that's, oh goodness. See, that's a whole nother show in itself.
We need to extend this show. You need to have a part two.
Well, the thing of it is, I think what I want to do is, I need that to be a topic within itself, and that is, most of us still have this theory that every man can be had until proven otherwise.
Right.
Okay?
Right. Yep.
And I know I had it, and in some regards still do, but I just don't have the energy to try to act on it. I'm too old for that shit now.
Me too.
You know what I'm saying?
I feel too. Right.
I'm too old for it.
I feel like if somebody wants me, if somebody's interested in me, they'll let me know. We all adults,
Exactly.
We all grown. Gay people been around for a while. We're more exposed now. So if you curious or whatever, you need to tell me from the gate, and then I'll decide whether I want to deal with you. That's how I feel.
Okay, exactly.
Yeah.
Exactamundo. I love it. I love it.
I mean, I'm too old to be trying to see and trying to work at him, trying to work him up and ask questions and flirt and, you know, see if they might be interested, bring a girlfriend over as bait. I mean, you know, come on now.
You said bring a girlfriend over as bait, dear Lord. I used to sit up there. That's how I started buying straight porn. Well, not that was one of my reasons. The other reason was I wouldn't bring gay porn in the house because I was still at home with my mama. So I would bring in straight porn.
That's
you know, and I would use that as bait. Yes, I did. Yes, the hell I did.
Yeah.
Every time they would come over. But I knew the ones that were curious, and I knew the ones that, you know, I had no possibility with because, you know, I would show them the little magazines or whatever, and I knew just based on the look in their eyes and how they reacted to me if something was going to go down or not. You know, I didn't push upon them, but I knew if something was going to go down.
That it was going to go down. If it doesn't, it doesn't. But see, some people still want to try. You know, still want to try them. After they already got their red flag, they still want to try them. And you think, is it worth losing a friend because you just want to try to have him to get some dick or some ass?
Right.
Is it worth it? So I have a couple of friends. I have a friend I've known since 2002. He is not gay at all. He has 2 baby mamas. He lives in Tennessee, used to live here. And we have a relationship where, hey, we can go out to the bar, you know, not to a gay bar, but we can go out to a restaurant or a bar, you know, have a couple of drinks. He brings his straight friends around. He treats me as just somebody that he's cool with. If they got questions about it, he's man enough to say, hey, well, he's gay, but he's cool.
Okay.
There are some out there.
Okay. That there is true.
Yeah.
That there is true.
Yeah.
Well, all right. Well, okay, caller.
And
I
I'm
have to
sure we'll
remember.
talk later.
Yeah, I'm going to call you back right now. Let me clear out let me clear this off the air, and enjoying all of the after show for those who come into the after show and got all this in the archives, honey. Yeah, this is one of those days for me. I just wanted to hear from the audience and throw questions out there, and to basically debrief from September. September was a strong month, and I had some hard-hitting stuff, but it's preparing me for what's to come. Next week's show is called The Darker Side of Sex. We're going to delve into a topic that's very, very dear to my heart, and it's going to be very, very candid. Big Meach is going to be telling all of his tea when we go into sexual addiction. I'm going to have a friend of mine who's going to come on, and this is what he specializes in, working in this particular field with sexual addiction, particularly with the LGBT culture and men of color. Mr. John Gabriel Ortiz will be my guest next week. It's going to be a full 2-hour show, and I want you to know it is going to be very frank, very real, and this is not going to be for children at all. No children. So make sure you govern yourselves accordingly. If you have any questions, comments, or concerns, you know where to send them. Send them to dishingteawithbigmeach@gmail.com. dishingteawithbigmeach@gmail.com, and we're going to move forward, okay? If you have Dear Meach letters or want relationship advice or et cetera, please send all of that to that email. If you're on Facebook, make sure you join the fan page, Dishing Tea with Big Meach on Facebook, and we'll go from there. So with that, my darlings, I love you all. We're going to get ready for next week, and I will talk with you then, okay? Thank you so much. Bye-bye.